So at Steadfast Collective, we are experts in building community-focused digital products. So we build a lot of video applications, a lot of e-learning platforms, and a lot of places where communities can come together online and really try and have that real-world experience in a digital sense. 5-6 years ago, my wife and I, we decided to sell up from the agency that I was running, and we decided to take that and travel the world. And kind of during those travels, we were starting conversations. My wife at the time was finishing uni, looking to go into copywriting, and I knew that I really wanted to have a focus on digital products. We really wanted to build a company where the team matters and we can bring a collective of people together. We have always hired very talented back-end developers as kind of our team, and that's our real focus. So we don't go to create pretty websites, we go to create high-performing, highly technical, complex, I hate the word, but like solutions to problems our customers are having. And one of the ways we kind of drive that innovation forward in what we're doing is we run these things called ventures. So it's not particularly an original idea, but we like to have projects we're working along on the side. So we run a WordPress managed WordPress hosting company. We run a kind of an e-commerce kind of data scraping API tool, and we run these kind of separate sub-businesses within Steadfast while servicing our clients. So then when we want to try out something really cool from say Stripe or Twilio or a particular brand, we can do that on our time, and then we can take that learnings and really push it forward into our kind of clients' products. When I reached out to DigitalOcean about moving our WordPress managed hosting platform from Google over to DO, Aaron reached out and we got chatting, and we have a mutual connection in Simon Bennett of Snapshooter. And essentially we got chatting, he was super helpful. We talked through what the migration process could look like from moving our entire platform from GCP to DO. And essentially the conversations got turning, and at the same sort of time as those conversations were happening, we introduced a new initiative here at Steadfast where on Fridays our team get a chance to kind of work on something that really brings them to life. So it's this kind of time where they could work on one of our internal ventures, or they could work on a new learning, anything that would help them in their personal development or in a kind of a business development point of view. And our technical lead, Andre, and I, we came up with this idea of what would it look like if we could have a positive impact on planting trees, and how could we kind of use one of our day-to-day metrics to judge how many trees we should be planting. So we have been using a company called Ecologi, and what they do is they plant trees. Basically, you pay them some money and they go and they sustainably plant trees and offset carbon footprint. And I was talking to Andre and I was saying, well, wouldn't it be cool if we could link in with the DigitalOcean API and essentially look at what our server usage is in terms of how many droplets we have, their size, and how could we equate that into a number of trees. Just so that way, as our server usage is growing, so is our tree planting, to make sure that they're kind of on par. And then we decided this would be a great little tool to release to the world. So essentially, we use the DigitalOcean API. So you log in via your DigitalOcean account. It pulls the servers, you have a list of them and their types, and then we do some basic calculations on the back end, and then we essentially use Stripe checkout to pass the money through onto Ecologi and plant some trees. This year, we are looking to finalize the migration of our tap servers from GCP over to DO. That's quite a big one for us. DigitalOcean do a really good job of supporting the community. We saw that through the Hacktober stuff and so on. And I think it's important that companies, while they continue to grow, especially kind of large ones, is that they remember their foundations and their community, especially if it's community-based, because ultimately through kind of good patches and bad patches, it's the community that's going to stick with you. So I think from our point of view, like it's so easy for us to sell a client on DigitalOcean if they've used it before, because they know the community is there, they know the backing is there, they know the support is there. And it's just a case of making sure that those bridges stay open as much as possible, because it's the community which kind of really sets you guys apart from a lot of the other kind of cloud hosting providers. So yeah, great work on that.